Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for mineral. Uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm. That'll work. You tell me what? Yeah. Um, there we go. Well, what is it doing? Snowing again? Jeepers. Tell you what, here comes a choo-choo train. Yeah, I love living near the tracks. Hmm. Get all that sawdust out. We might just get somewhere. Yeah, yeah. She's a little full. Mm-hmm. A little fallen. All right. All right. We're working on now. Hmm. Yeah, choo choo. That blade looks a little spanked right there. So I'll keep using it just for a minute or more. I know you guys don't want to see the back of my head, but give me a minute. There, right there. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bump you. Gotta be careful where you walk. But yeah, guys, I mean, made some awesome homemade tongs. Because like I said, don't mind the train, but the next train tracks. But yeah, they're all maple. I still have to sand some of it off on the sides here. I was gonna go with a more of a depth here. They're about a foot long. Like I said, we got a 3-day event coming up, so I'm trying to make as much stuff as I can for utensil wise. It's gonna be like at a campground. Uh, but yeah, I mean, pretty neat. I did make some tongs, but I can't figure out why they're not closing like they should. And I think I broke my dowel in here, but it's not glued in or anything. It's just they're spinning freely. But my first set, you pretty much you get to here and your fingers be already hit. So I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong there. Uh, like I said, I live next to a train track. Sorry about that. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what I could do other than making the handle kind of come out a little bit more. I'm not sure yet. I still gotta probably drill the dowel out since it's snapped right in the middle. Uh, I don't know if you guys have any great ideas to figure that out. That'd be nice. So I cannot. This is my second one I've done. My other one, let's see here. I do have another one. Give me just a second. Here's your son. Here, right here. Here myself. I put it together like that. I want to put it back together again. But yeah, I mean, these ones actually they're nice. These ain't sitting down yet, so that's why these ones are so thin. I just traced just the handle out a little bit more. I made it a little wider. Made the hole bigger too as well. But as you can tell, I'm still smacking my finger. So that's kind of why I went a little wider with this one. Uh, it has more of a, oh, more of a pitch on the top side. So I don't know. The handle just is not working for me. So who's got any ideas? I'm making tongs. We have a 3-day craft coming up. Last year there was like 2,000 people made. It's not until next month. And if you guys are sitting and waiting for the 6-drawer twist box, I do have my bombs all cut out on this as well. So I'm gonna be gluing them on by tomorrow. And I don't know, I might just do it tonight so it's done and out of the way. But that's gonna be going. My big mistake on it was messing up my little cuts for the router so it slides. But like I said in my last video, I'm not even gonna make any sliders on this. I'm just gonna put the dowel through, and it's already in the bottom, so we're just gonna go with that. Because I don't think you need a dowel in the bottom of that to make that twist, since there's already gonna be a dowel in the top making it twist. But I mean, we got other tongs here. Uh, like I said, they're maple and a bunch of herb strippers. Like I said, these things sell like no tomorrow. There's no oil on this, but this one I think this one's gonna turn out beautiful. I like that. I still have to sand it, and then I'm gonna have to spray it down, little water, re-sand it, so it stays nice and shiny when they're done using it. We got some push pull for your oven racks, so you pull your oven out that way. You can push it in this way. Your finger slides right in like that. Uh, Another new one I was working on is my little dough mixer. I seen it on uh the internet. I'm like, well, shoot, it shouldn't be that hard to replicate. And it turned out actually pretty neat. It'd be nice if I could make actually another loop coming up this way, but I doubt I could. But yeah, I mean, if anybody got any good ideas for that, I mean, I think it'd be pretty neat, but it's not neat right yet, right now. No, no. I'm still smacking my fingers when I'm pushing. So I'm not sure yet, unless I have to come more of an angle up. But I think it would look awkward if I did that. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you guys give me some ideas on that one. All right, so what if you make it so that yeah, Alex, that's actually a great idea. I'll give that a try. Uh, in most of these specials that I showed you guys, uh, I pretty much just drew out by hand. I don't really like tracing anything other than once I get it cut out, I'll use the one I first cut out as a tracer. But everything else is all pretty much hand drawn. Uh, I just like used to be a big fan of drawing and just looking at something I can replicate it by just looking at it. But yeah, I mean, guys, we got a bunch of stuff to do. Like we got tons of specials to make. Don't mind this one. The little ones got at that one. I told them like, yeah, you guys, you can trace that out if you like to. It'd be less work that I gotta do, and you know, less with the press. But yeah, I mean, you have a good point. So I'll give that a try because I'll probably end up drawing it back out on the piece of wood itself and going from there. Uh, and I don't know if the wooden dowel up here is a good idea yet. Uh, I've seen a lot of people with them. They use a piece of looks like a metal pin up top because I think this one snapped inside there. I'm pretty sure I can pull it right apart. Pretty sure. Maybe not. I might have to just drill it back out. I'm not sure why it snapped. My other one didn't snap. Uh, so I don't know. And it is snowing again. Come on. It's not 70-degree weather. Be nice. But yeah, I mean, no, these would be good for something, I guess. No, maybe not. But they could be a replica of something that I could draw out again. But yeah, we'll get to it of making the and extend more. Other than that, I mean, it should turn out very nice. If I had more cherry, I'd try it in cherry. Cherry's just an easier wood to work with. Uh, Kind of like this. I didn't. I just put this as a display. I really probably shouldn't have because of that hole. Other than that, I mean, the just the grain and cherry I love. Uh, if I found a piece of oak that was like the grain on this, that'd be great. I kind of want to take a spatula and I want to make it, but I want to cut it right down the middle completely. And then I want to replicate the side I cut off, but I want to glue it so it's like two different contrast colors, kind of like a coasters that I used to, excuse me, that I used to make with all my scraps. But anymore, I just been coming. with a lot of scrap anymore. Just crazy. But yeah, we'll get to that box very soon. Uh, it is coming together. I did label all of them, so they all have numbers on them. And I do have the top for it. We just have to cut it out. But I think my biggest mistake was already putting a dowel down in there. So we're gonna have to do our measurements spot on because having that dowel already there and without these boxes actually being in place, that's gonna be our hardest because you pretty much have to come to that corner and measure from corner in. You know, that's whoa, that's gonna be our biggest outcome right there. Other than that, I mean, it should come over smooth if you really think about it. But this will probably be my last big six drawer twist box. I don't know if they're gonna sell. That's the thing. I just see a lot of them being made. And I seen this one that some guy was making. And it was actually pretty neat. It was a four drawer twist box. And then up top, I believe it was like three drawers. And it was pretty neat how he did it, but like there's just so much time into them. Then you got your measurements, and your measurements have to be spot on for those. Because if they're not, and even if the dowel is off by just even a little bit, the box ain't gonna open all the way because of that one little dowel. And that's the only thing. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Alex. But yeah, I mean, you know, I've been really busy. Like I just made a garden wheelbarrow and it's pretty neat. I don't have it in here. Somebody wanted it, but they did not end up getting it. But that's all right because I could use it. I think it looked pretty nice. The wife would like it, so we're gonna go from there. So if she likes it, keep it. Don't mind the sawdust here. We got so much in here. It's just a mess. Next up, after we get all these spatulas done and everything, uh, I kind of want to make 20 of each spatula. Uh, these ones are kind of really hard to make. I do have a nice, gorgeous one right here, and that's how they turn out. Don't mind the pencil mark. This is just a replica, so I can just draw out another one real fast. Because, like I said, these things just they sell like crazy, and you got your little herb stripper. So you put your mint leaves through there, your garlic or anything like that. You just pull it through, and it just comes out. And they just seem to go like crazy. Uh, I am getting more black walnut in. Uh, it's got dry, so that's going to take a little while with this weather we're having. But yeah, other than that, I mean, we're gonna put these over here because I don't really want to make a big mess with this thing running and yada yada. It becomes a bigger mess. But yeah, I mean, we've been getting orders for like gooses and stuff like that. But I mean, you use this cutout here for your 3-inch wheels, and that does really good actually, to tell you the truth. But like, there's just so much work into them. And I actually got one right here. Ugh. And they don't turn out too shabby. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad at all. Uh, I did actually make a bunny one on wheels not too long ago. And it turned out actually really nice. Uh, I brought it in. The son's like, "Yeah, I like this." So, I kind of want to make him one. I did make a dinosaur one, a T Rex, and I brought it inside. Not even 2 minutes later, it broke the. He broke the. What was it? I think he broke the back leg off. He dropped it. So I kind of want to make something. So make a dinosaur, but I want to kind of make it on a track. So the track kind of goes through it, and so the wheels can sit in here, kind of like that, and then have the little feet right here, have another foot right here, so the dinosaur can come up, and goes around and you know, kind of like a dinosaur would. But I mean, I think like those, there's not really much time into those, but you're cutting into like a 2x12, and that takes a lot of time with these. And if you had a bandsaw, I mean, it wouldn't be hard to make out of a bandsaw, but they don't really make tight corners like these. You can make the blades smaller and everything like that. But let's get back to it. Try not to bore you guys. Sorry about that. I've been talking too much. Less talking, more working. If you haven't heard that like all the time, I've heard it a lot. Yeah, pretty. This is nice. Yeah, I mean, I really like this one. So I think once I sand this, I like this one. I kind of like how the grain kind of waves in it. But with oak, it just has a kind of a nice finish compared to cherry. Just not too much that I'd say, yeah, that gives a great look. Like maple, oh, maple has its own little character view to it, and like I think, but no, and don't mind this one. The dog draw that out, but we're gonna cut it out either way. Make it look pretty. That's just another thing about wood is as long as you stay within the line, you're golden. And it's not like sandpaper can't fix anything. I mean, I would have a big mistake. I would have a mistake. Since this one's so much thicker, as in the handle is right here, I might just drill a hole here, put a little, maybe a little string through here, give it a little bit more of a, you know, little look to it. Not sure yet. If it was thicker, I'd probably make the handle come through, bend down, and go up. Uh, but yeah, I mean, This one hasn't turned out too bad. Now, another good question for you guys, if it's still on here. Is it all right to use walnut if it's excellent, like black walnut? Or does it have to have like a special chemical as like an oil onto it? That's kind of what I'm unsure about because I never used walnut as like a spatula. So I'm trying to figure out, can you use black walnut as like a utensil or whatnot? I am not sure. That's one thing I am not sure about. I know I made a cutting board that I have that's all black walnut. So I see a bunch of it on like your Etsy's and people making, spatulas out of black walnut, but I thought black walnut had like a chemical in it, but I'm not sure if you could use it as like a food source. Hmm. I mean, I could look it up, but you get thousands of different answers. That's the thing when you look it up on the internet. And there's another one done. So we got three of these, and I kind of want to make. If it's a 3-day event, what do you think? What, possibly like 20 of these would be good, or 20 of each, like replica of every spatula. You'd think that'd be enough. And then say these, since these are like take like 2 seconds to make, say what? Maybe like 30 to 40 of these, since it's gonna be like a big old shindig type deal up there. I mean, I don't know if I really like that because you gotta put some pressure into that. I don't know if I kind of want to come through and make a U inside of here. That would give it just a little bit more play. I did make other ones, but I just don't like them. There's no like that one. Maybe that one. I did roughly stand that, so that's what they're gonna turn out like. So, not sanded, a little bit of sanded, and maple kind of gives off its own little look. But now maybe if I cut that one here, I'd give it a little bit more. There is actually another new design that I want to kind of make. It's called a little clothespin, and it's like a It's a bag sealer for your, like your chips and stuff. So you just put it over there when you're done eating them. But yeah, I don't know. I can't picture myself, and that's kind of how I look at stuff when I make things. Is am I gonna want to put my hand next to something that's gonna be hot this close, or do I want just a little bit more of a advantage to grab my food, flip it? Because like I said, you can't really squeeze it there unless you're putting a lot of strength into it. Like here, you can squeeze it like no tomorrow. But maybe just because it's a thicker maple, only thing I could think of. Now, if I use probably, let's say oak's like a stringy wood, so that's made for like a, you could bend it and all that. I actually showed a customer. I took one of my spatulas, and they're like, "Well, how strong do you think those are?" And I bent it, twisted it, and, like it wouldn't budge. Uh, Other than that, I mean, I used to work in tree service, so I kind of know what wood does or how strong it is in a way to use it. Uh, or hey, if I take this much off, is it going to snap that piece? But wood has its own little strength to it. I really like this design, but oh, I cannot believe it didn't work. I'm like, man, I just made this, and it took me like you know, maybe 10 minutes to cut out the whole thing, and then all of a sudden I put my hand there. I'm like, oh no. But yeah, I mean, Alex has a great idea. I'm gonna go with that, and hopefully that works. Uh, I watch a lot of the guys, excuse me, uh, take it from here. So yeah, my handy dandy number two pencil here. So if you take it, you draw a line, say here, or even at an angle here. Uh, they sand it probably to maybe half that, and that's the thing. So there's a little lip there, so I can catch it. And then on the other side, it would be on the back side, so they kind of almost crisscross in a way, but they still, have a heck of a bite to them. Like I'm not going for anything like pliers or anything like that, but when I make some, I kind of want to make it look, presentable, decent. Just it's pretty much you're putting your name on it and everything like that. Yeah, we got tons of stuff to make. It's just unbelievable. I mean, it won't really take long to cut out. It's the sanding process. Like right now, my sander's down. I gotta go get a belt for that, so that I can go back up and get running. I was using it and all of a sudden the belt snapped on me. I was like, oh no. And I just got the thing probably, I don't want to say a couple months ago. I mean, I have been using it quite a bit, but I wouldn't think as much as what I've been using that it snapped the belt like that. Yeah, I mean, this is nice. I could have made a spoon out of this, but spoons just make, they're just time consuming. Like, I just would like to make them, but it's like, man, they just sell like crazy, but it's the process of making them. I watched a guy make a grinder setup DIY little project, and it's just it's standing upside down, and he has like a wheel on it, so it just runs back and forth on a piece of wood, and it cuts out for it. But like I got those metal wheels for your grinder that take chunks out, but one slip up and there goes your hand or anything like that. Like, no, I'm all right. Like, I put a drill through. No, I'm good. Mm-mm. Like, nope. Like I seen a thing on there that you can use for your drill press as well, but I cannot find the link for that at all. That'd be nice to find. How you doing, Crafts? But yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I got black walnut. It's just the fact of A, can you use it with food? Like obviously if people are using it for cutting boards, you know, why can't, we use it for, spatulas or something like that. Like this would make probably a good sized spoon here, flip it over, put another one there. Uh and I pretty much just this one was chunked up. So I just took my chainsaw and just ripped it. And it's not the straightest little cut, but I mean, they'll get you there. Like I got a bunch of it, but I just haven't used it. I mean, it's definitely dry to use, but I just thought black walnut had a chemical in it. You couldn't use it. There was another craft that I was gonna make uh, for up there as well. Even like the little welcome fences that you see. I was gonna try to pan out quite a bit of those, but right now I'm on a standstill with these spatulas. I mean, get them cut out, work on the next project, and then go from there. And like I said, we should be able to get this 6 drawer twist box up and going. So we'll get that up and running, and we'll make it all look all fancy and stuff. And the next one, like I said, I kind of want to make a 4 drawer twist box with the two up top and a pull out drawer on the top of that. That'll look pretty nice. Kind of like a little drooly box, but we'll see. But yeah, let's get back to it. This looks like Sherry as well. But yeah, guys, if you guys got any other ideas for the tongs, like Alex said, let me know. Just put it in my comments. Or even if you got, pictures or designs of something else, let me know. Thanks, guys.